What's up guys, I'm Cheney, welcome back to my channel, a place where you can find all things self-development, lifestyle and minimalism. If you're into creating ease and simplicity in your life and you're on a journey to become a better you, then hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload. This week I'm going to be doing my mid-year review and goal setting with you so that you can see what I do when I go through this process. The first part of this video is going to be about reflection. How well have I actually done this past 6 months? What have I achieved? When I first looked back and was thinking about this, I thought to myself, what have I done this year? Absolutely nothing. But actually, when I looked at the goals that I'd set myself, I realised I've actually achieved quite a lot and I've done really well. I didn't quite hit my goals dead on target, but I made really good progress towards them, and for me that's the important thing. It's about the progress you make towards it, not necessarily always hitting the goal. The journey, not the end destination, as they say. So when I looked back at that, I was actually quite proud. I also incorporated a word for my year this year, so instead of having specific targets to hit for the year, because obviously I'm not planning my years that way anymore, I'm doing them quarterly. My word of the year was freedom, and so I have actually incorporated that in every sense of the meaning over this last 6 months when I think about it, financially, physically, emotionally, time-wise. So I'm really happy with how that's gone as well. This is my first 6 months of quarterly planning, so instead of planning for my whole year, a goal for my whole year, I plan goals for every 3 months of the year. Helps to keep you more focused, means you can review them more often, and obviously you don't end up down a bad path for too long without reviewing it. So I've really been enjoying quarterly planning, and I've definitely learnt a lot about quarterly planning. I would say when I first started, I probably was trying to do too much at once, but we'll go on to this with the what could I have done better. So the next thing I'm going to be looking at is what went well out of those 6 months. So I've done my reflection, I've had a look at it in its entirety. What went well? It's super important to reflect on the wins, no matter how small they are. Growth isn't linear, nor is it rational in terms of how much you can achieve in a certain period of time. Sometimes your progress is exponential, other times it's as slow as a snail. Regardless of your growth, appreciate what you have achieved and celebrate yourself. I set myself a very ambitious goal for the first quarter, and that was to drop 10% body fat. I actually didn't even meet half this goal. I fell short and only achieved a 4% fat loss in the first 3 months. However, I did lose 14 pounds and I feel so much better just for doing that, and I feel like that in itself is a huge change in my physicality. My body will always be an ongoing piece of art, and despite not hitting the target exactly and potentially lockdown maybe even undoing some of the positive progress I've made, being that I now cannot access the gym or hit weights, I'm super proud of the forward movement I have made. I also set myself a mini goal, if you like, although it's not really quite mini, which is to heal my eczema. You might say it's a really strange goal to have, as people tell you that you can't control your eczema. It's a chronic condition. If you've got eczema, well, there's nothing really you can do about it unless you slap some steroid cream on it, which, as we all know, doesn't get rid of your eczema, it just suppresses the expression